What's going on, guys? It's Smudge here, and the CDL skins, as you can see, have just dropped. We're going to go through them all, we're going to give some opinions, see if the sanitization that seems to be taking place in the CDL in terms of creative ability of teams has carried through to this. I already feel like I know the answer, but we're going to see what we think, see, who's actually managed to make something work and who is just literally scraping by Paris. Anyway, let's jump into it with the reigning CDL champions, Dallas Empire. I mean, Dallas's colours aren't exactly the most inspiring colours in the world, and that kind of shows. It's pretty standard. I don't really like the design. Not like the Dallas itself, but like the actual kind of hoodie. There's something quite off-putting about it. I think it's the shoulders. Yeah, I'm not feeling those black shoulders. I hope that's not a running theme and that's just a stylistic choice from Dallas. And of course you get the camo, sticker, calling card, emblem, and a watch, and the charm, the sneaker charm. That's pretty cool actually. Let's take a quick look at that. I probably won't be going through every charm for every team. I'll just leave it up on screen. Atlanta FaZe, I usually dig quite a lot of what they put out within the constraints of the CDL, but this feels quite flat looking at it. It's not really doing much. Similarly with the white, it just feels a bit flat, because I guess FaZe struggle a lot with these kind of like tritone designs because they are very red. Like there's only kind of one colour to them, one aspect. I'm just gonna look at this charm because I think it might be my favourite. I saw the charms leaked yesterday and they look really good. All of them look really good. I can't really complain. LAG. Very purple, what did you expect? It's the black shoulders. I think that's what's really off-putting, is the black shoulders. But then, I guess they had to have something to like break it up. I don't know, I don't like that. Consistently black shoulders as well from LAG. That's not it for me. It's a shame because I like the LAG kind of design and logo, and I don't know, that's not my favourite so far. OpTic green wall, it is back where it belongs, and it is back without the black shoulders, at least on the primary skin. It's very, what did we expect? They were never going to stray much from their original designs because it works. Unfortunately, we do have black shoulders. I guess it is just the inverse almost. There's very little creativity, and I don't just mean that within the OpTic brand. I mean that across the CDL, they seem obsessed with stifling creativity in the teams. Moving on to the Mutineers. See, this is a bit better. You've still got the black shoulders, obviously, but I think the Mutineers logo lends itself really, really well to looking different and looking kind of like it's been designed like this on purpose rather than given a template. And see here, like even putting in the red shoulders just breaks it up far nicer than just switching it to black or blue. This has been the best so far, in my opinion, from a kind of styling point of view. There's going to be a lot of OG OpTic fans that are going to rock that regardless, and I respect that. I don't blame you. Where are we going? We're going to Paris. Do we have to? Honestly, Paris, I'm thrilled that you even got a team together this year. I don't really know what to say about your entire franchise. If CDL came out and told me that they designed the Paris skin solely by themselves with no input from the franchise owner or any of the franchise team, I would not be surprised. Like, I'm pretty sure when Paris announced their roster, CDL had to make the logo, like the graphic for them to go on their Twitter. That's the sort of level of engagement we're talking about from Paris. It's box standard. I don't hate it, but there's nothing to talk about. London Royal Ravens, I am going to put a disclaimer, this is my home team, so I'll try and not be biased, but no promises. There's no black shoulders, which is a big plus. I'm not a big fan of the red and blue. I know it's the national colours. Something about that the way the Royal Ravens always manage to like design it puts me off a bit. It's not bad. It's different, which is always a good thing, within the constraints of the design, which I know I keep saying, but it's true. It's not bad. I quite like the sneaker. I have seen that. All the emblems of everything's been pretty clean, pretty kind of one size fits all so far. Let's have a look at the Røkkr. Oh, black shoulders. I don't know what else you'd put for the Røkkr, to be fair. Again, they're kind of that one-dimensional team in terms of colour scheme. We've only really got those purple and blues. Let's have a look at their white skin. At least they've gone for purple shoulders. I like that. And I like the white silhouette as opposed to just having their logo on there. It's pretty good. Nice little sneaker. Everything's pretty standard in terms of it. Their camo is quite dark, actually. That is quite dark. There's not a lot of light in there at all. York Subliners, who in my opinion had one of the most disappointing jerseys after Paris, of course, because Paris didn't even get a photo shoot. They were just straight up like, yo, here's our jersey. Go buy it. Thanks. Anyway, I guess, I don't know. I feel like they could have just gone straight up yellow, you know? Gone really bright coloured, like, really popped out there. That would have been a real front runner for me if they'd just taken a massive risk and just gone straight yellow. Again, I don't know how much decisions, like, influence they have in terms of this, like how much the CDL monitors what they can and cannot do. Their sneaker's pretty cool, actually. I wish they'd give them full kind of design freedom. Let's have a look at the Surge. See, they've got this kind of like tritone blue going on, which I quite like, as opposed to, you know, having a black kind of base for the primary one. I like that. I don't like that they all have white balaclavas for the primary skin because you're just going to stick out. So if you like the primary skin but don't like the fact that your head is just like a shining beacon, you're going to be forced to play with this one. Although I don't hate this one. Seattle's always lent itself quite well towards that kind of lighter design with their logo, in my opinion. You know, everything's pretty clean, pretty standard. Nothing to comment on. LA Thieves. LA Thieves in terms of, or 100 Thieves in terms of innovation when it comes to esports and what their teams wear, what their jerseys are, you know, how they market their jerseys as some of the best in the game. And to be put in a league where everything, every design is sanitized and exactly the same must kill them. Because, like, they have some of the best jerseys I think I've ever seen. And look at what it's been reduced to. I think this is a horrible shame. I think the sooner the CDL realise that, like, look, this is horrible. This is awful. As soon as the CDL realise that giving them creative freedom will boost everything, I think the better. You know, like, there's no creative freedom for these teams. And finally, the Ultra. They've gone for this weird, like, grey, like, almost doesn't look white on my screen. I think it is. It's pretty standard. I never really got what the Toronto Ultras logo was about. There's really nothing to say. It's just exactly the same. I understand the skins is a bit harder in terms of design and implementation, but I think a lot of this just screams kind of the same response as it was with the jersey reveals. Those designs were awful. And I'm not really impressed with the skins either. If I had to pick, like, a top two, I'd probably pick Mutineers, and then I'd have to go London, purely for the colour scheme and maybe a little bit biased. But after a somewhat disappointing round of skins, that is where I'm going to leave it today. If you have enjoyed the video, let me know. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to find your way back. Let me know if you're going to be buying any of these skins, if you did like any, and maybe if you disagreed with me, do let me know. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.